What is a beige flag?
What is orbiting?
What is zombieing?
Oh, from the dead.
Yeah.
That is so clever.
I am so guilty of doing.
Holy shit, are you serious?
Vlncy is a very focused specialty product for intentional dating.
Okay, so if you were actually to break down the core differences between all the other dating apps in the market and Valenci, what would that be?
We reject a lot of people. The entire process is handled by people who are actually sitting in our office, our relationship managers.
Like you said, they have the time for a relationship, they have the time for something long term. How do you verify these things before you give them permission to be on your app?
Like, how would you measure honesty?
Yeah,
Do you know how?
that's hard to judge.
No, it's not.
No?
I'll give you a very easy
Oh,
way.
really? Hey everyone, welcome back to the D&M Frequency. Today's episode is going to be extremely interesting because ever since Meghna and I launched this podcast, we came out with a bunch of episodes, but for some reason in every episode we talk about dating. And of course, I've been out of the market for 8 years, but we discuss about Meghna's dating life every now and then. And we've received a lot of feedback from you guys about making an entire episode about this. And Meghna and I were thinking, how do we make an entire episode about dating and not bore people? But you ask and we deliver, so we thought we should get an industry expert and, get to know more about the dating industry in detail. And for that, we have Mr. Abrar with us here today.
Abrar is fine.
Just let us be formal for a second.
Sure.
But we have Abrar with us here today, who is the co-founder of Vlncy. And it's an app that actually Meghna has been...
Because I've just got on.
she's just got on it. And there's a lot that we want to ask you
Okay.
today because I'm hell-bent on finding Meghna a match.
Okay.
And if that happens through
I
Vlncy...
know.
Well, fingers crossed.
Yep, let's hope for the best.
Right.
But Abrar, thank you so much for coming here today, giving us your time. And also, it's great for us that we feel so special that we
You
can
feel
talk to
special.
you
I feel
about this.
special.
Oh,
Thanks for having me.
very
Thank
kind of
you
you to
so
say.
much for taking out the
Pleasure.
time today to be here,
Pleasure.
Abrar. And I think a few of us are aware that you started off with the whole offline dating
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
And then now you've gotten on to Valenci.
Yes.
So I think it would be best if you could tell us a little more about yourself.
The story.
About how all of it started, your journey.
So it was a few years ago. My business partner Mickey and I, we were running a singles event called the Mixer. It was the first of its kind, a curated singles event, which we pioneered. I don't know when that was, 2022, somewhere around then.
Okay.
And we were hosting this every month. And hosting 50 people a month, you get to talk to people and understand what the issues are with modern dating, dating in an urban environment, online dating. So, we got a lot of feedback. And Mickey developed this algorithm, which we started testing during our mixers. And somewhere along the way, I think after 6 or 7 editions of it, we kind of decided that maybe we should make an online platform for intentional dating, because that's what the mixer was for. It was for intentional dating. And taking all the feedback we got from the clients and understanding the market, we started building Vlncy. So it actually came from the offline to the online space.
Sure, but we already had a lot of dating apps at this point. So what made you think that you were going to create a niche or do something different?
That's a great question. First, I think all dating apps are trying to do a one-size-fits-all, where they're catering to various orientations, various relationship typologies, categorizations, whatever it may be. And I think that is a difficult problem to solve that way because the profiles of people who are looking for intentional dating are different from people who are looking for something short term, who are different from people who are looking for matrimonial. And I don't think that any niche product existed at the time. We're very specialized. We are only looking at people who want monogamous long-term relationships. And it's only for straight singles at this point of time. So it's highly specific. And I don't think any dating app was doing that. And we also saw a lot of flaws in how the dating apps
Correct.
worked, in terms of how it's difficult for men to get matches and women get flooded. There are fake profiles, there are bots, there's catfishing. There's so much, that is a challenge in modern day dating. So we try to systematically or even systemically address that in the way we built our app.
Wow, that's fantastic. Because I genuinely feel like it is very chaotic, says the person who's been married for 8 years. But I have seen a lot through Meghna's profiles, and I feel like it's extremely chaotic. The dating pool right now, with the amount of apps that are there and the kind of matches that I've seen, kind of, yeah,
That must have been very entertaining.
it's very entertaining
And scarring.
and scarring at
No
the
offense, Meghna.
same
So-
No
time.
offense, Meghna.
Talking about Vlncy, tell us a little about the journey, how Vlncy came about. What
Okay.
was the inspiration to this? Give us a little insight.
Valenci is a very focused specialty product for intentional dating, only for straight people who are looking for a monogamous relationship, a serious relationship. So you see, it's very, very, how would I say, defined market that we're looking at. So it all came about from seeing what the online dating space was like, the issues people were facing, and trying to systemically address them from the ground up and build an app that caters to this one particular purpose.
Okay, so if you were actually to break down the core differences between all the other dating apps in the market and Vlncy, what would that be?
I think the most important feature with Valency is to ensure we have a good dating pool. A good dating pool that is free of fake profiles, time wasters, people who otherwise may not be honest actors on the platform, or AI, whatever it may be. And that comes from
Men pretending to be women.
Sure, and I'm sure vice versa. I mean, you can't put that out of the realm of possibility. But the difference is really we curate all the people who get on the platform. We make sure we talk to them on a call, on a video call. We verify their identity, and we try to understand whether they are the right fit for the people that we want on the platform. That they are committed to a monogamous relationship. That they have time for a monogamous relationship. There are various things that we screen you for, and I think by doing that and keeping the dating pool real and with people that are good people and with the same purpose everybody has in mind, I think that's half the battle.
I'm just curious, how do you kind of verify these profiles? Like you said, they have the time for a relationship, they have the time for something long term. How do you verify these things before you give them permission to be on your app?
Well, we have developed a very, very detailed questionnaire. We ask people questions based on their lifestyle, their work, their ideas of relationships. We're trying to establish how clear they are in their head, because this requires clarity. I think
Through
that
communication, like you're talking to
yeah,
them.
we're talking to them.
All right.
We have a relationship manager who the entire process is handled by people who are actually sitting in our office. Our relationship managers. They talk to you. They tell you about what we are trying to do with the product. So it's both ways. They also should be a good fit for us, and we should be a good fit for them. Right? It makes no sense to go to somebody who wants something short term and pitch Valency. It just won't work. Right. So I think it's a back and forth. It's not only a question of us selecting people. It's also making sure that people know what they're getting into and giving them the choice whether they want to be on Valency.
But I think that's the issue with humans, right? Like we're not dealing with a product or a software. They're people. And even if you try to verify them, like I could be there and tell you that I have all the time in the world, but actually I don't. I could just say it to you that, hey, you know what? I work like 30 hours a week, but in reality, I'm probably working much more. But I could just say it because I want to be on your app so badly because you're promising me a monogamous long-term relationship. So how are you going to actually authenticate me?
I've got to say two things there. We're not guaranteeing a monogamous
I mean-
relationship. We're guaranteeing monogamous relationship possibilities, maybe, but not really the thing itself because it's impossible to do that. What we do guarantee is an equal number of men and women. We guarantee all profiles are real, and we guarantee that you always have the 5 best matches in the system concurrently present to you. We are the only app that gives you guarantees, and these are the 3 guarantees. We don't guarantee anything more than that. Now, coming back to what you said, we look at it this way. I think there are people who are honest, and maybe some people who are not so honest, right? We can only try to cater to the people believing they're honest. And I think that we also take some amount of cues from the conversation. We have qualitative cues where we may even review afterwards. A relationship manager came and says, all of these things happen, but there was something shifty or there was something not right or whatever, and we allow them to take that call, right? So it's a real, it's a human thing. You understand, right? It's more than just what people say by way of words. So I think now that they've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of calls, they've gotten very good at it. So it's also the experience we carry. We did the same kind of thing for the mix, actually. We'd curate people by talking to them, giving them these questions. We didn't have the video call and the verification, which is as, as tight as it is now, but we used to do the same thing. And we developed a gut feel for this, and we developed questions based on that.
That brings me to my question about online dating versus offline dating. Since you've done your fair share of actual mixers, to now steering into online dating, what are some of the challenges that you've faced, or what is the obvious difference between the two?
Well, the truth is that I think that the issues you face in offline dating and online dating are quite similar. It is again about verifying the identity of people, whether they're the right fit, what is the intention of the event. So it's what offline dating does do is maybe reduce the risks of people spoofing themselves as much because they have to show up somewhere.
Correct.
But outside of that, I think it's a lot of the same issues. I don't think they're fundamentally different because we have tried to translate our experience of the offline dating event, I mean, of the mixer, to Vlncy. So it's addressing a lot of the same problems.
But more or less in the offline mixers, your work is much lesser because here they're helping themselves out.
No, actually no, and this is where it's no. I have to actually counter that because we had, just like we have relationship managers here in Vlncy, we used to have hosts, right? And typically they were friends. Actually, we'd have friends who'd join us. People who are in good positions in various companies, just having fun, saying, "All right, listen, you need to host a bunch of people, like a wingman or a wingwoman, where you've got these 5 or 6 people that you're going to be hosting the evening." And we have now done the algorithm for the best matches for each of these people, so they'd facilitate the meetings between all these matches. So, I don't know what the other offline events are like, but I'd say we're top tier.
Give us a little run through about being on the app. So what is it like? How do you guys work around it? Now, say, for example, when I got on the app, which I have,
Thank you.
we went through, you're welcome. Thank you so much for making me one among the very few people on your app. How are you curating these matches, and how is it different from me being on a different app where I can swipe through profiles, talk to them, look at their pictures, talk to them, meet them, ghost them, then move on to the next?
Meet them, ghost them. I love the cycle you have going, Meghna. It's great. It seems like a tried and tested formula.
It's been 3 years of being in the dating pool.
Okay, all right. So you're talking about how does somebody get on this app?
Right.
Right. So typically people come and they sign up on our website. So we have we do a very it's tedium there as well in terms of just getting on our wait list because we do an email OTP and we do a mobile OTP, and this is all just to filter out the people who are not serious. Right? People who are going to take this seriously will take the time, and they'll be okay to verify these things. So once they go through that, then they get into a wait list, and unfortunately, we are flooded, and since we are so, how would I say, selective, we reject a lot of people, right? So it's a time-consuming process. So sometimes somebody signs up, and it takes a few days. We're informed, and unless you're a VIP,
I was fortunate enough.
Apparently. Just kidding. Right. So once they get the call back, then the first call is really to explain to them what we are doing at Valenci, how we different, why you should choose Valenci, and whether you are in that place to take that journey. Right. So that's the first thing. That's the exploratory thing. And once we assess a few things, then we assess communication, we assess whatever we can on phone calls. And then, of course, we graduate to a video call. From there, if both Valenci and the person who's on the wait list are satisfied, then we schedule a video call, and that's a much more detailed call. There are follow-up questions to your phone call.
With quite a few uncomfortable questions, I should tell you. Not
really?
uncomfortable, but they're questions that put you on the spot. I'm not going to reveal what they are for the
Please
people,
don't.
but
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of questions that you'll have to be like, really? I didn't think about this in my life. Yeah, questions like that. And then...
Nice.
Thank Mickey for that. My business partner. Right. So once the video call is done, and again, at video call, we do see rejection there as well.
Why? What do you
Let me
reject
put
them
it this way. I guess in a way it is that See, there are various things to it, right? We're looking at communication, we're looking at confidence, we're looking at grooming, and we're looking at honesty. Like, how would you measure honesty?
Yeah,
Do you know how?
that's hard to judge.
No, it's not.
No?
I'll give you a very easy
Oh,
way.
really?
With kind eyes.
Oh, that's a subjective way of doing it. I'm talking objectively. Well, I'll give you an example. May seem like a misleading question, but I'll give it to you anyway. Now, supposing I asked a certain someone on a phone call, how many times do you work out in a week? Someone may say 5, someone may say 2, someone may say 6, someone may say 0. Now, on the video call, we look at that and we look at what we see.
Oh.
And it's just about truthfulness. We are not, we're not trying to screen out, because now if somebody looks like they're working out 0 times a week and that's what we're fine.
That's
But if
being
you're,
honest.
that's what it is. It is about trying to assess honesty. And I'm just giving you this as an
I'm
example.
trying to think what my answer to that question was. I can't remember what I said.
Well, clearly you made it. So
on the app, so
you're
you
on
must
the
have
app.
passed
So
that.
I think that, and let it be full disclosure that I had nothing to do with your onboarding process. We try to establish whether you're being honest about what you say, because that's the other thing that people want to know, right? Maybe someone writes a profile on a dating app, how much of it is really true, and how do you even find out? So Vlncy solves that, because there is no profile creation. Right, you don't have to write a description and do all this stuff, right?
You don't have to do
Yeah.
hobbies.
And yeah,
Are you a cat person? Are you feminist?
Are you
I mean, you have
feminist?
these things
Okay.
that you have to tick on all the other apps. Here, you
Sure.
don't have to.
Right, so
Political
that's a-
views. Oh, the voice.
Sudden voice
The
notes.
voice notes are so
on
fun. I
profiles.
love it.
Oh my
You have it? You guys
God.
have the voice note
The
app?
voice note feature is just something that I've been hooked on to.
So it's so fun because I'll have a random guy say, "What are your simple pleasures in life?" A turtle walking into the ocean. I'm like, how's that a simple pleasure?
That's
you
a very
wanna see
complicated
turtle-
pleasure where you
Yeah,
don't live
I
in
mean,
an ocean.
It's so weird. I love it. I love it. It's so entertaining. So entertaining.
What do you say?
But tell us, once this profile is created, do you guys, like when you say that there is no profile creation, do you also say that there is no pictures that you reveal to the matches? Is that the way that Vlncy works?
Okay, see, you're asking me all these questions in so many ways, and look, Vlncy, we try to, like I said, address all these fundamental issues. Now, for example, a picture. Now, the first thing that you see on a profile is picture. So dating apps are so visual that 90% of your decision point is based visually, right? We do have pictures, but just not immediately. You get your matches, and you get, how would I say, the parameters that you've selected, how close they are to you, or the parameters they may meet by way of age or height or whatever. And then, of course, there's the match of your temperaments, which is the entire basis of how we match people. The temperament. That's a technical thing, but so after the video call, and once both have accepted to be on the app, that is Vlncy and the waitlister, we then get you to download the app, and a relationship manager takes you step by step through the entire onboarding process. And it's a fairly detailed process. We ask a lot of questions to try and measure your temperament, understand your preferences, and we are constantly trying to improve that. We have a neuroscientist on board, and we're trying to make this as good, as accurate as it can be in matching people. And that long process happens with the relationship manager basically hand-holding you and onboarding you on the app. And then after that, you're in. So once that is done, you have programmatic interactions. There's no chat box also. So there's no upfront picture. There's no chat box. There's just icebreaker questions. Both people answer icebreakers. You can leave at any point. It's all anonymized. Right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I didn't know
nothing.
this.
Yeah, and then after a few icebreaker questions, you can choose to show photos to each other. Choose to,
Oh.
and you can, and it's consensual.
It's
You
very
can say
scary.
yes or no. And then after that, we lead you to eventually saying, okay, we'll arrange a date for you at our partner venues, or exchange your coordinates and get in touch offline.
Tied us through the whole thing of finding each person 5 matches. What basis are you doing that? And how did you guys reach this? How did you guys reach the concept that the temperament is the one thing that gets two people together? I mean, I know a lot of people where you're North Pole, South Pole, and are a great match. They're like, one's like violent and the other person's like excessively docile, and they're a great match.
So first, I will answer the question on how we provide the 5 best matches. So before I answer that question, I'm going to ask this question to you. Do you think that the current dating apps right now don't know your best matches?
I think they do, but
They
they
do.
choose not to show.
Exactly.
But
so
they do send us a notification saying the most compatible match.
and that's randomized, but it's randomized, and it's few and far in between. It's few and far in between. I'm not even talking about the veracity of it, but it's few and far in between, right? So they know.
Yeah.
Why they're not doing that is, well, their mechanism of swipes or whatever.
To
which
keep
we-
you on the app for longer.
Sure. Okay. Your words, not mine. No, but that's the opposite of what we try to do. We try to get you off the app and meet people. Right. So, just like all the other platforms, we, with our temperament matching, know the best matches, right? We've gotten everyone's temperament indices. We match them together. So we just give you the top 5. We match everybody against everybody. We have ranked everyone against everyone in our system. So we just give you the top 5. And then new people are coming in. Whoever's the best matches will always, you delete one, it's just the best one in the system that just pushes up to your queue.
So once I reject number 1, my 2 becomes 1, 3 becomes 2, and I get another one in 5th place.
Yeah, but the thing
how
is
it
that
works?
it's not a case like number 5 is the least match with
Yeah,
you. It's
yeah.
just the best in the system.
Correct.
The
Okay.
difference between the top 5 matches may be even 0.2%. But it's always just the top 5.
So you're looking at 2 people with the similar answers on the survey that you guys asked.
No,
for?
it's not as simple. In fact, now this is a good time for me to talk about the Fisher temperament inventory. Okay, it was developed by Dr. Helen Fisher. She's a leading expert in relationships. Now, temperament is not like, well, it's a part of a personality trait, but it is more fundamental. It's what defines what you find exciting or scary or thrilling. It's a more base level instinct, right?
Correct.
And there are certain types of temperaments that are like matches that work. There are certain complementary matches, and there are certain matches that are not the best matches,
Yeah.
right? For example, you take a girl who's completely outdoors and hiking and this and that, and you have this guy who's just sitting at home and reading books and playing video games.
Yeah.
They love each other. Nothing wrong with that. But by virtue of their activities and their nature, or rather their temperament, they'll get pulled apart. And that creates, a tension. And if you address that at the beginning, where you have compatibility, where, people say, oh, I find the same things that you find exciting, the same things for me. That creates a good fundamental basis. And then, of course, the rest is up to chemistry. I mean, Vlncy is all about chemistry, and chemistry is felt in real. It's also the brain chemistry, but that's the brain chemistry part of it.
Yeah.
So you have the brain chemistry part, we do that matching, and then we hope that when you meet, there is physical chemistry, because that can only be ascertained when you meet for real, right? You can do whatever you want on your phone, but it's only when you go and meet somebody that you know. So it's all chemistry. When the brain chemistry, this comes together, then, good things can happen.
So even after I have a match in the app, I can't talk to them? There's no chat box? You mean even after we get to see each other, can we talk? Can we text before we go into actually meeting them?
Okay, so it's like this. We have 7 icebreakers, right?
Like fixed? I can't choose these.
That's randomized.
Okay.
The system just generates it for you.
Okay.
It's like multiple choice.
Okay.
It'll ask a particular question. You can pick one answer.
Sure.
Then both of you get to see the answers. So if you
Okay.
don't like any of the answers, you can just leave.
Oh, you could just be like,
Yeah, and it's completely anonymous. Nobody
Oh.
not seen anything. Not reveal a
Correct.
picture. There's no name. There's
Correct.
nothing. So
Simple.
it's completely,
But if I do find their answers interesting, I could say I'm interested, and then it'll reveal a picture.
So what happens is, if you've answered, if both of you have answered 3 consecutive questions,
Okay.
then you get to do a voice note, and then another 2, and then you get to reveal a
Oh.
picture, and then after that, you get a box to say, okay, you either go on a date that we can arrange for you at our partner venues, or exchange your numbers and continue talking to them offline. Right? The idea is to get people to meet. I mean, there are no other guarantees. You can't just say, all right, this app guarantees these relationships. That's absolute bunkum. Nobody can say that.
Yeah.
Right? What we can do is curate a good bunch of people
Right.
and try and match them with some amount of science.
Yeah.
And, let's see what happens from there.
I love how this entire process is like a little game.
It is gamified. You got it.
Yeah,
You got
it's like
it.
a little game. It's
You
like,
got
it's
it.
fun. Find your match. It's a
Yeah,
serious thing, but
yeah.
have fun while you're at it.
I mean, when you say fun, it can be
As in, like, the process about
yeah,
just,
it's an easy loop.
yeah, it's,
And you want to we also try to get you to get through your interactions quickly. We'll
Right.
be able to say, listen, man, you're stuck with the interactions there.
Yeah.
We want you to close it out either with a yes or a no.
Right.
Because there are good matches waiting for you. So
Yeah.
get that one. And that's it. We try to improve your probabilities with that.
Yeah, but again, I think dating is such a tricky game. As much as y'all think of it as a game, I think there are a lot of people who are seriously frustrated with the whole dating industry. And I know a lot of people who have moved on to matrimonial apps, who are not even using dating apps anymore and are using matrimonial apps to like actually make a profile and be like, this is me and I'm looking for marriage and I'll find you here. And there are parents, like there's a parent of a girl who's looking at a guy's profile and trying to find them through these matrimonial apps. I know a lot of my friends who are on them. Like, I don't want to take names, but a lot of
Please
them.
don't.
So as much as you're calling it a game, I think a lot of people are very frustrated.
think
No,
with
I
the
think
game,
I was
yeah.
talking about the
Yeah.
game in
process
terms
inside?
of the process.
Yeah,
yeah,
not-
yeah.
not-
Yeah,
I know.
It's just the process.
But
Yeah.
I'm saying a lot of
Meghna
people.
is getting very hurt, guys.
I'm not hurt. I'm just saying a lot of people be so frustrated that they would be
Yeah.
like, I don't want to do this.
I mean, yeah.
I don't want to go through these steps and do it. I might as well just figure out an alternative and use a matrimonial app. Use a Seema auntie to do this instead for me.
Sure.
Yeah, that actually is true. What do you think? What are your thoughts on matrimonial apps versus dating apps?
Yeah, I have a big problem with both. I think that both of them are poorly designed products. I mean, yeah, and this is just my opinion. It's not
Yeah.
a general view. It's my opinion. I
Yeah.
think that both dating apps and matrimonial platforms today are poorly designed products. I think matrimonials go too far in, wanting your income and, your
I
star
know.
sign and charts and your caste, and I don't know. I'm not a big fan.
I agree with
I'm
you.
not a
I
big
agree
fan.
100%.
I think that it can be a very, very difficult experience for somebody even getting on the app,
Yeah.
to have to go through that.
Yeah.
I think it's a difficult process, I think. The same way I think dating apps are very loose. They play very fast and loose. There is no
True.
control, there's no regulation, there's no way of telling that, people, I mean, it's, if you ask me, dating apps have instilled distrust,
A lot of it.
right? It's mistrust, distrust. That's what
Correct.
they've instilled. They're not inspiring trust, unfortunately,
Yeah.
right? I think they failed there because of the fundamental issues, not real people and all the
Correct.
other junk that goes on and scams and God
Yeah.
knows what the hell else.
I know.
So I don't like either product.
Yeah.
I think that both products, again, are trying to do everything for everybody,
Yeah.
right? So I think eventually when a market grows big enough, it's about going to a specialized product. It's like, would you go and buy specialized skis in a decathlon or at a ski store? It depends, right?
Correct.
It's a niche thing.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Rather than going to a large supermarket,
Yeah.
I go to a specialty
Specialized
store,
Yeah.
right? Because I get more range in that particular niche that I'm looking
Correct.
for. So I think segmentation has to happen anyway. And I think
Yeah.
it is happening. I think that there are different dating apps. They are trying. I think that everybody's trying their best to try and be more customer centric. At least the new dating apps are trying in their own way. But matrimonial and dating apps, as they stand, the classic matrimonial and dating apps, I think are outdated products. I think that the market has outgrown them.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because there aren't any good alternatives, this is what's happening. Oh, the dating apps suck. Let me go to matrimonials, which
Correct.
suck a little less. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I mean, I think people are just looking exactly like what Vlncy stands for. People are looking for people who are authentic, who are looking for something long term. Because even I've come across a lot of people who will initially say, I'm looking for something long term. But once you have like 5 conversations with them, that's not what they're looking for. And I think people's mindset is that if you're on a matrimonial app, you're looking to actually get married. So they might be a little more authentic on those apps than they would be on a dating app. So I think Valenci can bridge that gap. Because you're trying to screen out people who are looking for hookups or for casual dating. So I love that. But I think one of your biggest hurdles will be authenticity of people. I mean, humans.
I think that's the
you can
biggest
never-
hurdle everywhere else.
For
And I'd
everyone,
like to say
that's
that we're
true.
doing more than the others.
I wish there was
that's it.
one more step that y'all could do.
Which is?
I don't know. Like something to be sure that this person's not going to be like a criminal
One of the
or
things
like
that we do is we take an undertaking from you. I mean, it's not a sure shot guarantee. But
Yeah.
if you're telling people we are asking you, this is an undertaking that you're legally single, for
it's
example.
not notarized.
Sorry?
It's not notarized.
It may not be, but it is in our documents.
Saying
If
that
it comes up for anything, we will say, here you go.
Correct?
You said this. You said you're legally single. And if that is the case, we'll deplatform you.
I've had the shadiest experiences on a dating app. So I am so skeptical about any dating app today. And I think my main thing would be if someone could actually authenticate this person and be like, you know what, he's so that's where we look at people who know people, right? So like in case I have Disha's friend, someone who's single, and she can vouch for him. That's like the best way I would.
It's an interesting mechanic, but and I understand where you're coming from. We are taking a broader view of this in that there can't be 100% guarantee to anything.
Yeah.
But we'd like to believe that we're doing a lot more than the other apps.
I mean,
All right?
definitely.
I don't know whether we can guarantee to the degree that you want, because see, it depends on, we have access to government databases for Aadhaar or whatever, and we can make that kind of verification. But there is no way of me actually looking through other records, going through the sub-registrar, and somebody else has not registered their marriage and all of that. We've considered that. We really wanted to get into how do we do this. But I think there are enough deterrents. Let me also say that Valenci's process is such, it's so tedious that if you're a time waster, man, I don't know. You want to go through, 2 phone interviews, a video interview, and then do an entire FTI inventory and all of these things. I don't think so.
Just to scam someone, it's
Right.
not worth it.
So again, like I say, we cannot eliminate what you're trying to eliminate completely. I can't guarantee that. But I'd say we're doing a lot more than anyone else.
What is the database for Vlncy right now? How many people do you have on the app? Because you said they're an equal mix of men and women. Are there a set of people that are already on the app?
Yeah. So let me explain where we are right now. We're just waitlisting people and onboarding them on the app. And we're looking to get to a number of 1,000 people. All right. We have high hundreds, but we need to get an equal number, 500 men and 500 women. And that's the other problem. We have to balance that out, right?
Yeah.
Because we can't just onboard too many men or too many women
You
and
want a
then have it
1:1
catch up.
ratio.
So we try and keep some amount of lag between the two,
Yeah.
but we keep trying to fill it up. And then it's also about keeping people in queue. And you can see it's a logistics nightmare, just calendaring all this stuff and prioritizing queues and, first in, first out. And it's a pain in the ass, but we have to go about doing it. And like I said, we have a huge amount of rejection. For every 100 calls we get, we may onboard 8.
This is
7.
specifically for Bangalore.
Yes.
As of now.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And when it comes to having equal number of people on the app, I'm just curious, what is the age bar when you have equal number of people on the app? Do you also measure the age? It's completely open?
No, it's open. If you're 21 and over, you can sign up. And I think that age diversity is an important thing. It also came from our understanding when we hosted events. And we did various events. We did events only for people under 30. We did events for people of 40. And we tried all sorts of things, but it didn't really work. What you require is diversity in age for there to be good pairings, right? It's an important thing to have. So we don't restrict the age. But what we do is make sure that we have a 50-50 ratio. And that's very important because, Meghna, I'll attest to this, you get 1 million matches, right? As a girl.
Yeah.
It's the absolute diametric opposite for a guy. And that becomes the case because this is mismatched. You have 70%, 80% men and 20% women. And it's also suboptimal for women because how much time do you have to go through all those matches to really give it time? So it's not a good experience. So the 50-50 gives an equal experience to men and women. Both men and women are only getting 5 matches at a time, right? Yeah. And I think that's good for you also to be able to process. And I think it's a fair thing to have both men and women having equal opportunity on a dating app. And that can only happen if you have equal number of men and women.
Yeah.
But again, can I pick the age group I want matches of?
Sure.
I can pick what age group?
Yeah, you can. You can. There are certain filters we allow. Certain things like maybe height or eating preferences or, age.
Smoking.
Sure, yes. Habits, whatever it is. Then, of course, you might have to loosen filters depending on, because now it's an app that's going to have only 1,000 people, and we want to cap it at 5,000 per city and kind of keep it like that. And when people leave, we let people in just to maintain the quality of the pool.
At this point, I think I've really understood about the process and also the vision that Vlncy has in terms of dating and making this a nicer experience for people that have been on these apps for so
More
long.
effective and efficient, I'd like to say. But
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I don't need the app, but I'm sold on it.
That's great. Somebody
Yeah,
who's
I
not my
already-
marketer telling me, I'm
No,
sold on the
honestly, I
app.
already feel like I would probably get a few of my single friends on this because it
I'd be
feels
very
very,
delighted. Thank
yeah,
you.
absolutely.
Thank you.
Because I
That's
do
really kind
feel
of you.
like you guys are going the extra mile, which I haven't seen on multiple dating apps that I've seen via Meghna. So considering that, I already feel like y'all are doing something extremely different.
Thank you.
But could you help break down what the subscription model for Vlncy is like right now?
Well, it's a one-tier subscription for all. Again, like I said, it's an equal experience for men and women. There's no tiers, there's no in-app purchases, whatever it may be, like boosting of whatever kind. It's a single membership. It's only a paid membership. The first month is free, and then it's 3,500 per month.
If I can meet somebody, how do I know that this is okay and safe for me to go meet them in person?
Look, this is something that we leave to your judgment because we have done everything we could to try and verify people the best that we could and given you the best match possible. Thereon after, it's if you want to have more layers of safety, don't go on the date.
Correct.
Go ahead and exchange email addresses.
So that's your judgment,
yeah,
basically,
you
of
have
the
to make a
partner.
judgment call
Yeah, yeah.
on how you'd like to proceed. Some people say, yeah, you know what, I just want to go for that date. Or some people may say, look, I don't even want to give my phone number, here's my email address. Right? So you're in control of that. And because beyond a point, it becomes subjective. Or, it's about your instinct and how you feel about a person. So we leave that.
So
to
how
you.
are you guys safeguarding yourself? Like, this is coming from materialists, where I'm sure you've seen the movie.
No.
You haven't seen the movie?
No.
So,
I'm not on Instagram. So
oh wow. Okay, so in the movie it's about this girl who's a matchmaker, and then she pairs a couple together, and then she gets assaulted by her partner on a date, and then they sue the company because they introduced the two of them together. So how are you guys safeguarding yourself from something like that if it were to happen?
look, the truth is, right, we can't completely guarantee somebody's bad behavior or good behavior. You just don't know that, and that's where the Indian legal system, Indian law is in place, because once you're in a restaurant or whatever, you're subject to the same thing, whether it's from an online dating app or from a friend, or it's the same thing.
How you met them is
Right.
not
I
a
mean,
concern.
like, see, at the end of the day, that's what law enforcement is there for, right? If you are getting assaulted, if there is something like that, there is the police, there is the law, and that's what we have to fall back on, right? I mean, we are doing everything that we can, but to say that, we don't have any bad actors, how would I know? Maybe there are, but maybe it's a smaller percentage because of all the things we're doing, right? We can't, nobody can guarantee 100% system anywhere, I mean, as much as we try to make it foolproof, there will be people who get through, but we have a very nice grievance redressal. We deplatform people very, very easily. So after a date, you get to rate the person,
Oh, nice.
right? And the venue and stuff like that,
Okay.
the food and everything.
Okay.
And then we take that as feedback, and we see, if there's a pattern of a person that didn't work with you, we'll start, pairing that out and giving you other matches.
Give us some cool stories.
I actually like the fact that you guys are so communicative with the people on your app. The fact that you ask for feedbacks after a date, the process of getting on your app is so grilling. This tells me that you guys take a lot of effort into verifying people. And like you rightly said, you can't be held responsible for someone's bad behavior. But the max you can do is make sure that you're introducing the right kind of people to this app.
Yes, what we can do from
That's right.
our perspective is deplatform bad actors. Right? And that's the best we can do, unfortunately, because we can't enforce the law. Right? Eventually, we all live within the Indian Penal Code. So what we can do is, if there are any, how would I say, bad experiences, interactions, or there's case for somebody who's abused in some way or the other, we're very happy to deplatform people.
That's great. I think in the first call that I had with you, Abrar, you were mentioning about how when you and your co-founder came out with this app, you had a certain set of challenges to just be on the App Store.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh,
What a story that
mean,
was.
that is a story that
Holy
I
crap.
definitely
had my
want
heart
people
in
to
my
know
mouth.
because...
Okay, make me relive this. Okay.
No,
All
because
right.
I think a lot of people think developing an app and just being on the App Store is like a one-night thing. Like, but there are a lot of challenges,
Oh, yeah.
especially for an app like this, which
Yeah.
is concentrating on dating,
Right.
there are a certain set of challenges that you have to face.
Yeah.
So take us through that story. I think it's very interesting.
Okay. All right. So here we are, knee deep in development, and we finished the build for Android.
Right.
And, it goes up the review, and it's fine. Yay, we're live on Android. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Then we submit for review to iOS, they reject us.
Yeah.
And they say the dating space is a saturated space and we're not taking any more applications for dating app. I wanted to kill myself. I was like, what did we do all this for? I said,
Yeah.
they can't do this to us. And they're like, no, Apple's Apple. They just say, no, it's a no. I said, no, Mickey, we have to get a call with these guys. Something, I don't know what we did. We kept following up with them. And they finally said, all right, we'll do a review.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So they had a reviewer. I can't remember whether it was a reviewer, juror, whatever it was. They schedule a call and all that. This lady comes and sits down. And she says, tell me everything about your app. Not how you're doing it. Tell me everything. Start from the beginning and
Yeah,
right to the
yeah.
end. Everything about the app.
Yeah.
I said, oh, okay. And we spent a lot of time telling her exactly how the app works and
Yeah.
whatnot. Because she had said, look, if you are not unique, all right, if you're doing
Right.
more of the same, it's a spammy dating app, there's no way in hell you're on the App Store.
Yeah.
They made this clear right from the beginning, right? And they said it can take, a while, take 2 to 3 weeks, something, whatever. If it all goes well, I'll put it up for review and, whatever, some corporate speak. I said, fine, let's do this. And I'm like, already my heart's pumping. Like, please, God, this is it, man. This is the final exam. You fail this exam, it's all over, And so anyway, so we went
Yeah.
through the entire thing. And she gave us a very patient listening and she heard the entire thing. Now, after it was all done, I remember she dramatically took off her glasses and everything. She says, it's a very unique app. I haven't seen anything like it. You'll be on the store in 2 days. We're on the store in 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, that speaks volumes about
Yeah,
the
but
kind of
that's
app that you
persistence
are.
and also the amount of work we put into it. God damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if it didn't happen, I don't
Absolutely.
know what I'd do.
Yeah.
I think it's coming from a space of being passionate about what you do and also being great at marketing this.
I want to know if there is something that you can share when it comes. See, I don't want you to be taking names or
I am not taking
yeah,
names, Disha.
exactly. I'm not
It's in the
expecting.
contract.
I'm not expecting that out of you either. But if there are,
Like interesting stories about things you've seen, whether it's offline dating or online, people you've had to get off the app, people you've had situations that have happened at these mixers.
Okay,
Oh
I'll
my
ask you
God,
a
now
more
Meghna is just going for the
targeted
salacious.
question.
Spill
She
the
just
tea.
wants, yeah, she wants me to spill the tea.
Spill the tea.
More-
Oh my
more
God,
like-
I want to drink
okay.
my coffee instead. Thank you.
I will kind of give that question a little bit of direction.
Yes, please.
You said it's very easy for y'all and you take that decision really quickly to deplatform people from your app. Give me like 5 things that would make you want to deplatform someone from Vlncy.
Well, if they have misreported their identity, that's one thing. If there is a report of any abuse on a date, it could be verbal, it could be any kind of abuse.
All right.
If there is any kind of abuse in communication,
Okay.
maybe pictures or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's about it. If there are any other, but we have a very, very advanced grievance redressal system. So if you have any complaint,
Right.
you can file it
Mm-hmm.
and we'll review it,
Okay.
right? And if there's veracity to it, yeah, because we have a zero tolerance policy for bad actors. I mean, that's the entire premise of Vlncy.
Give me
A good
one
dating pool.
example of a bad actor. Tell me one. Like
Who's on my system?
yeah,
Whoa.
who you deplatformed? I want to know one
look,
story.
we-
I
we-
think
we-
you're
we-
not one story out
I think
of you.
you're
My
not
God,
there
she's
yet.
really
You're not
nervous.
there yet because
You're not there yet. See, thank you, Meghna. Thank you. See,
Right,
she's
right.
my
Still
salesperson sitting
onboarding.
right there. Yeah. all right,
my
thanks.
check's due.
Right, yeah. It's in the mail. Nikki, right now, because we are only onboarding people, like I said, we need that critical mass
That's
to
right,
have
yeah.
enough diversity in matches.
Yeah.
We've not had to deplatform people. We're just not letting people onto the platform if they're not
Right.
good.
You said
So-
there are a lot of rejections.
yes, it's 92% rejection.
What?
Yeah, that's what I said. I
Wow.
said 8 out of 100.
Really?
8 out of 100.
92% of your applicants are rejected?
Yes, that's how tight the number is. Simply because you'll find a lot of people who will sign up, and then they're not sure about their relationship. They're not sure about
Yeah.
long-term relationship. Then suddenly some people say, is it for another orientation? So we get junk rejections like that.
Yeah.
But then we also get rejections where, we talk to people and we don't like them or they don't like us.
Abrar, when founders make an app, I feel like it also says a lot about them. And having met you and also your co-founder Mickey, you guys are such wonderful personalities.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
Yeah, so
I don't know if Mickey will say the same thing about me, but okay.
both of you all seem so energetic and so aggressive when it comes to Vlncy. It's like I don't know. It feels like it's a dream that you guys really want out in the market and you really want it to work. And considering the entire story that I've heard, I honestly do feel like it'll work. But tell me a little bit about you and Mickey.
Oh, you want to know how I first met Mickey?
Yeah,
this
sure.
This is a great story.
Why not?
I don't know. I mean, it
You're
never
not
gets
giving
old.
me stories from the mixer, so I might as well know some of your own.
If I start doing that, my credibility is in the mud. But
I know.
Anyway,
Yeah, but tell us about you and
So
Mickey.
how the first time I met Mickey? So while we were doing the mixers, I ran an event management company, and we had a property called Atsumaru, which was a Japanese themed event, an anime themed event. And Mickey shows up to this event.
Okay.
It's a prepaid event, and he says, "I don't have any money.
Wow.
Let me in for free." I said, "No, we can't do that." And he's being this snotty little kid. And like, no, I don't have any money. He's throwing out, takes out his phone and pulls out his bank statement. Like, there's no money in here. I was like, so what do I do? It's like, and then he's like, don't make me ask my mom. I said, well, ask your mom.
What is this event about?
It was an anime themed event. Atsumaru. Atsumaru means come together in Japanese. We created property and did a few events on that. It's a very interesting property. Anyway, so he's an anime fan, so am I. And then, my first interaction with him was like, my God, can't stand this guy. Right? And so he comes and he has a blast at this event. There's footage of him having a blast and dancing. It's crazy. Maybe I'll show you sometime.
How
It's hilarious. Yeah. Anyway, so then he comes to the next Atsumaru event.
With money this time?
Well, yeah, he made it past. I didn't see
Whoa,
that. But,
finally.
But. He walks up to me. He's like, hey, you're the guy who ripped me off. And I'm looking at him like, wow, I really hate this guy. Well, I said, there's something to be said about manners. And, I said something and I walked off. I think he felt bad about that. And then, after that came and talked to me and apologized. It was very sweet. And then, we got talking a little bit. I said, okay. And we exchanged numbers. Peace was made. And a few days later, Mickey called me. He's like, hey, listen, man, I want to come work in your company. I said, what do you mean? It's like, you do events and I like what you're doing and I want to help out with the events. I said, okay. What are your qualifications? I'm a quantum physicist. I was like, you're a little overqualified to be an event manager. Right? Yeah, so Mickey's a quantum physicist.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so that was like, we are very overqualified. And I'm thinking, what will I do with a quantum physicist in an event management company? What's he going to solve his problems for? But then the mixer was going. So I told him, all right, come. You seem very eager and all of that. I said, here's the mixer. Here's this particular event we have, and we're trying to match people. And I was just doing the old way. The first mixer was, what are your preferences and hobbies? And we like match that, and we say, these are your matches. And all of that. I said, a better way to do this. And this guy's like, yeah, cool. I thought he'd be like, I don't know, blah, blah. I didn't know Mickey well enough at that time. The obsessive freak that he is. So he then went about, finding a very interesting way. Initially, before the FDI came about, he said, let's match virtues and vices.
Nice.
Like, you have the 7 virtues, you have the 7 vices, and you let people pick the top 3 that they will accept or not accept in terms of virtues and vices. That was the first interesting way to do it. And then from there, he started building it out and the FDI and whatever else. And, initially I was like, all right, I'm going to pay you next to nothing. And it's a 3-month probation and we shall see. But by that time, he had integrated and he was already in what we were doing. He was enjoying the events as well. And then, it's also, we're so different, We're very similar in a lot. We're complete geeks and nerds, both of us. So we, play the same kind of video games and, watch the same kind of shows. And so I guess there is that. But also, we come from completely different worlds. He's like half my age, maybe slightly more, So he's from that generation. I'm from this generation. And working with him. And it was trying to first transition a guy who was just, trying to come and help out in this event management company and, help him grow to become a business partner, right? So that was a very interesting journey. I was tearing my hair out in the beginning. Oh my God, he used to drive me insane, this boy, completely. There are times I wanted to just strangle him. But as time wore on, and then this project got really serious. Once we started hiring people and everything, I told him it's school's out. I mean, you've got to now step up to the plate. And he did, and I can't tell you, this would not have happened without Mickey. It would still not continue to happen without Mickey.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, so we have a very good relationship. I think there's a lot of respect there. You won't believe it, there was a time I'd actually carry a stick with me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Mickey wouldn't do shit, and I'd be like actually threatening to hit him a few times. And I had to go through all sorts of crazy processes. Like he's a
Oh,
quantum
wow.
physicist, so trying to out-argue this guy, whatever, is just a pain in the ass, and you're right. So then I was like, you know what, I've had it with you. I'm just going to beat you up now if you're not going to do what you're told. Right? So we went from there, from, this kid who was just like happy-go-lucky, was just wanting to play and not really have, as much work, and was fun all the time and everything, and, get him to understand, how structures work and how a company works, and how now as a partner he sets an example, even though he has people who are, younger than him working for him or whatever, or the same age, he's still, a director of the company, So see, I think to me that was a very fulfilling journey for me, to see
beautiful.
that, to see Mickey
To watch him
go
grow.
from this irritating little shit. Oh my God. From a guy I really despised to a guy who started working for me, and then he was a quantum physicist, and now he's a business partner in the company. And yeah, he's he's one of the reasons I can, maybe spend more time on strategy and, solve other problems while he runs things. So, and plus, he conceptualized the algorithm and everything. So,
I'm so glad that, Meghna and I were thinking about making an entire episode about dating. And I'm so glad that we had you join us today, because I feel like Vlncy is such a fresh take on dating as compared to how chaotic the dating pool is right now. So you're like a breath of fresh air. And I really, really hope that the audience, the viewers, take something from here. And you have a lot of people hopefully that are going to be subscribing and being being on your platform. And and hopefully you guys don't get rejected. Hopefully you guys are good enough to be on Vlncy.
Don't make us out to be this draconian organization.
No,
that's
no,
trying to,
no. But I
we're
feel
not.
like y'all are bringing structure to this, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And we are not going to let you go this early.
Why?
We have a game planned out for you. I've realized that if I said fun, you would immediately walk out of this chair. So it's not fun.
You know me a little
It's
too well
just
now.
a game.
It's just a game.
It's just a game.
That's what they all
And
say. Until it's not.
and we're diving right into this. So
Okay.
yeah, let's start with it.
We have a few very hip, maybe Gen Z lingo of dating words that we're going to throw at you. And we want to know if you know what these words mean.
I will try. I have Mickey. He'll know all of them.
Yeah,
but
you
sure.
can. We'll give you 3 lifelines. All three. Of
All
which-
3 are Mickey.
All 3. Yeah, phone a friend. Phone a Mickey.
No, I'm just like, hey,
Yes.
Mickey, right there.
You
Okay,
can
sure,
you
cool.
phone a
phone a
Mickey.
Mickey.
All right. So I get
That
3.
sounds so good.
Phone a
phone a
Mickey.
Mickey.
Wow,
Mickey.
that's what she
Yeah.
said. Okay.
Phone a Mickey through any of
And,
these.
and Disha, remember this. His phone a friend is a quantum physicist.
Isn't
mean,
that badass?
How many people
right?
can say that?
That
I
is so
know,
badass,
That's such
yeah.
a flex on its own.
That is
Such
a
a
flex.
flex.
All
Yeah.
right, we're going to the first one. I think
Uh-huh.
this is easy. You don't need Mickey for this. Ghosting.
What is ghosting?
What is ghosting?
Ghosting is just dropping communications, no contact, and disappearing.
Just quick sidelined into what is zombieing.
All right. So you have been ghosted, but you continue to chase someone?
Yeah, zombieing is like you come back.
Oh, from the
Yeah,
dead.
yeah.
Oh, that is so clever. That is so clever. Oh, and I was thinking of being a zombie and like, wait. Oh, they came back. That is good. All right. But zombieing, thank you. I
Yeah.
learned something today. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm learning a lot today. What is
Cool.
breadcrumbing?
Oh, breadcrumbing. That's easy. Basically, you have like small lines of communication with several people, like many highs, and then you kind of keep conversations going.
No, it's kind of like you send these like flirty messages, but you're like not committal. You're just like,
Right, but that's the whole point. But that's flirty or
Yeah.
whatever. You are sending a million of these messages and keeping all these people on tenterhooks. Yeah, with little breadcrumbs.
correct.
Yes,
Okay, what is dry texting?
Basically, it's nothing conversation.
It's like one-worded replies.
yeah,
very-
nothing. It's nothing conversation.
Yeah, which doesn't.
Yeah,
make
nothing
you-
burger.
All
Okay,
right.
got
What
it.
is orbiting?
What is happening to this world today? Okay, so I can only think. I'm an engineer, so I'm thinking that orbiting means that you are obsessed with one person and you're kind of orbiting around them, and are obsessed with them.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Kind
Tell
of?
them what it is.
Somewhat. Okay,
What
so
is it?
orbiting is basically they stop talking to you,
But you're still like,
Yeah.
oh, that's what I thought was zombieing. Okay, fine. This is
yeah.
orbiting. All
Orbiting.
right.
They're like
okay.
watching
Yeah.
your stuff.
So basically,
and-
you can't let go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
What
if
is-
the other person has.
Yeah.
Huh.
No, so you like subtly
Isn't
just
that
keep.
like creeping?
Yeah.
Shouldn't
Like
be
you keep watching
creeping?
their stories
In
and
our
their
generation, we
posts.
called that
and
creepy, but now apparently it's called orbiting.
orbiting.
And orbiting is now okay because you call it orbiting.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's not
guess.
okay, it's
I
just a
don't think it's
word.
okay, but it's just a word.
I mean,
think
again,
it's got a new name.
Like
to
you
it.
said, it's about how much you're willing to receive from the partner. If you're okay with orbiting, you're okay with it. I mean, I love orbiting. Like I have a lot
I
of...
love orbiting.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
You love orbiting around
I
people?
don't like to orbit. Like I don't care if
You want people
orbit.
orbiting around
Around you.
I have so many people I've met on these apps, right, who I don't talk to anymore, but I know they're still watching my stories and they're like
Oh, you
liking my
want
posts.
orbiters.
She
I don't
likes-
want them, but I
yeah.
don't care about them. If they're there, I'm like, yeah, they're there.
Wow.
So she
I'm
likes
okay.
orbiters.
I'm okay with orbiting.
What is soft launching?
So when you like tease your relationship on Instagram,
Ah,
Yeah,
good
absolutely.
job.
What
Good
is
job.
pocketing?
I'm assuming you got the guy or you got the girl and
your
you
pocket?
pocketed them.
Pocketing is when you're dating someone but you never introduce them to your friends or family. Like you keep them pocket.
Oh, you're in a pocket.
Pocket. You don't like introduce them to your circle.
Okay.
Why would you not do that?
Because you're embarrassed, or maybe you're
Why
not
are you dating her if you're
You're
embarrassed?
not serious about it. Like you're dating someone, but you're also seeing like 4 other people. You want to pocket one person.
What is
Yeah.
paper clipping?
So there are a bunch of people. And they're all on
love to
these
hear.
individual paper clips and they're all there. There are many.
Apparently.
And you pull out one of the clips and you say, okay, this one today, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Really?
When an ex pops back up in
Ex!
your DMs just to remind you that they exist.
Or the next
Wow.
one I am so guilty of doing, but like it's called Gatsbying.
Wow.
Like think
The
of
Great Gatsby.
Yeah, Gatsbying.
Why would you, how do you Gatsby a person? What, do you
Think
dress
about
very
it.
elaborately while you break up with them?
So close, but
Very
Holy shit, are you
close.
serious?
Very
you,
close.
You post.
So you look great and you break up with them looking great.
No.
Oh.
You're just posting something to get your crush's attention.
A thirst
That's
trap.
called.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
thirst.
Oh my god,
That's
this is what it is.
Gatsbying.
Gatsbying.
So now, see, this is great. So creeping is now orbiting, so it's okay.
Yeah.
And now thirst trapping is okay because it's Gatsbying.
It's Gatsbying.
Sure, let's just rename everything and make it all okay.
All
why
right.
don't
What
we?
is clowning?
Me. You're clowning me right now. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. Realizing you've been embarrassing yourself chasing someone who doesn't care.
What is a beige flag? Like
I
a
know
red flag,
green,
green
I know
flag,
a
what's a
red.
beige?
I'm only guessing what a beige could
I
be.
mean, think about it. A beige flag.
So it's a flag you're willing to accept even though it's kind of reddish in color.
Perfect, Abrar. High five. Good job. I'm so proud
It's
of you.
someone
1 out
who's-
of 20 is
I'm
a
so
terrible
proud
job.
Someone who
of
has a
you.
May personality, like a, it's not a red flag, it's not a green. It's okay.
Yeah.
See, you are normalizing all this bad behavior using these words.
What is shrekking? I know, right? I want to leave this room right now.
Shrekking is so common today.
Really?
Yeah, like everyone knows
Wait,
Shrek.
wait,
Okay.
Shrek. I love
I
Shrek.
think
Okay,
you
hold on.
should-
If you're demeaning Shrek in any way,
I think you can-
I gotta stop this.
I think
I've
you
got to
should
stop
phone a
this
Mickey.
nonsense.
Phone a Mickey
really.
for this.
You should phone a Mickey.
Mickey
for
has a
Shrekking.
lot to say. Phone a Mickey for Shrekking.
Phone a Mickey.
Okay with low balling yourself.
Wait. 1 second. What if they have
Right.
fantastic personality and everything?
Does
That's
not
what-
matter.
Oh, it doesn't matter. It's purely
That's what-
shit.
Yeah, shrekking is dating someone you consider less conventionally attractive, but expecting better treatment or deeper connection.
Like
That
you're
is-
okay
That's so
with
mean. He's just a
shrekking.
nice guy and you want to
I
shrek him?
know.
Okay, fine.
Okay, I'm summing up everything that Abrar learned today in our segment of knowledge transfer: ghosting,
Yes.
zombieing,
Zombieing, I didn't know.
breadcrumbing,
That I knew.
dry texting.
Oh god, that's horrible.
I know, orbiting,
Okay.
soft launching,
I knew that.
yeah, pocketing,
No, that was a really bad one. Yeah, okay.
paper clipping,
Paper clipping.
Gatsbying.
This.
I love it.
This this
Gatsbying
redefining
is so much
bad
fun.
behavior with other words and saying I'm okay with it. Okay, girl.
Clowning,
whatever. Clowning, yeah.
beige flag,
Beige flag.
and shrekking. Abrar, you can thank us now.
You have been
Thank you for this
Educated.
enormous amount of knowledge you've transferred to my being. You know, I can feel richer for it. And I walk out this door, the world's going to look different. And, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But thank you, Abrar, for coming on to the DNM
My
frequency
pleasure.
and giving us your time.
Thank you.
I feel like with this episode, we genuinely came out with something that's very different. With Vlncy being so different in its own way, I feel like we were able to come out with this at such a great time. And thank you for, we reached out to you guys and thank you for saying yes and coming on. A big shout out to Valency's PR team who made this happen, because I feel like you should do this more often and you should get the word out there more often, because Valenci is definitely worth talking about.
That's very kind of you. Thank you so much, you guys.
We
You've
have
been so
Absolutely.
generous with your time. Thank you.
Just before we let you go, we had a little something that we wanted to give you.
Okay.
Give us
Is
a
it a
quick
manual of
second.
all these terms? It's like a glossary.
It's a book.
It's a book.
Yeah,
It's a book. But no, you were so kind to bring us something when you
Oh, how
came here
pretty.
for Diwali.
Oh,
So
that's so nice of you.
yeah, it's a little something for you.
Oh, thank you.
From
you
us.
so much,
Thank you so
Abrar.
much. Thank you.
Thank
you.
you for
Very,
your
very
time
generous.
again.
Thank you.
We had such
Thank
a
you. Can I
great
keep this
time
down?
today talking to you and
As
your
did I.
team. I feel all of y'all was so warm and
Yeah.
so fun to be around.
Thank
And I
you.
think Vlncy is literally the need of the hour. And I'm
That's so
sure that
nice
once
of
the
you to
word
say.
gets out there, you're gonna be flocked with a lot more people on the wait list.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see where
I
Vlncy
will
is
call
heading.
you if I
Don't
have
worry.
some friends trying to apply.
Please
just for
do.
some
Please
VIP
do. Yes.
treatment.
Yes. I will take care of them. Don't
Yeah, and shout out to Mickey, who is
worry. Yeah,
our
Mickey.
quantum physicist,
And
who's
my-
just so
my-
cute and excited at the back
Yep.
with all the answers. Thank you,
I wish
Mickey.
you were
Thank
that
you so
great.
much, Abrar, for
No,
your
it's an
time.
absolute pleasure. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in to the DNM frequency. We're going to come back next week with another episode, probably with another guest or Meghna and me just, ranting about life. So stay tuned in. Thank you so much for watching. See you again soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.